Dominion Hounslow was another property of London and Southern cinemas that came under Odeon control, although it never took the Odeon name. The Capitol at Walton-on-Thames did, however, and this former London and Southern cinema kept its Odeon name until it was closed. The Odeon at Croydon was actually the oldest purpose-built cinema in the town. It had opened on the 31st of July 1909 as the Electric. A few years later it changed its name to the Picture House, and this it retained until Oscar Deutsch took it over in September 1936. The Picture House had been enlarged in 1927 when its seating capacity was increased from 600 seats to 1,280. It was very much a town centre cinema, and its excellent location made it so profitable that a purpose-built Odeon was never considered. And this was in spite of the fact that the Picture House was an uncomfortable theatre with poor sightlines and of only moderate capacity. The Croydon Odeon was refurbished in the spring of 1956 and twinned in September 1972. The cinema, which stood on part of the Whitgift Centre, closed on October the 31st, 1985. Derby had an Odeon from August 1935, when the former Whitehall Cinema, which had opened on December the 14th, 1914, was acquired by Oscar Deutsch. The Whitehall Cinema had a tea room, and these were retained, but the theatre proper was no great credit to the Odeon chain. After it closed in May 1965, the cinema was pulled down and replaced by Derby's branch of British Home Store. Dundee is a hideous example of what can be done in the name of modernisation. The old King's Theatre was a resplendent, legitimate theatre. For many years, it retained its stage facilities for use by local operatic societies, as well as national touring productions, in addition to being a Gaumont cinema. During the 60s, the Rank organisation embarked on a modernisation that stripped it of every theatrical feature and left an auditorium bare, characterless and desolate.